Guys, Samsung just announced the Galaxy Fold 7, and I was very intrigued to see what they were going to do with this phone. And I will honestly say, right now, I highly recommend you do not order the Galaxy Fold 7 unless you specifically seriously want a device that folds. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is my favorite Android phone right now, possibly my favorite phone, period. And then I also have just tested out the Galaxy S25 Edge. Now, the reason I am making this video is because of the Amazon Prime Day deals. Typically, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is around $1,300 US, and the new Galaxy Fold is $2,000 US. Now, at this very moment, Amazon, they have a sale on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and this phone drops from $1,300 US all the way down to $935 US if you get the 256 gig version. So that is over $1,000 you will save by buying their flagship from earlier this year that doesn't fold, that gives you the same RAM, the same storage, and you still get a beautiful front display that actually probably looks better than what it does on the new Galaxy Fold simply because of that aspect ratio. They did widen the display on that new Fold, but the aspect ratio, it's still thinner than a normal phone should be. And of course, this Ultra is the largest size screen they've ever put on a Galaxy phone as well, outside of the folding screen. So you're not really missing out in that department. And then if you look at the Galaxy S25 Edge, it's not a very popular phone at all. It's got a small-ish battery, which I honestly get pretty good battery life on it, if I'm not too heavy using. So I think the majority of people will get a full day out of this. The phone is just as thin, essentially, as the new folding phone. It's stupid light. I really do like the Edge quite a bit. I just think that for me, I like the Ultra a little bit better. But with the Edge itself, you can get this phone for under $800 right now with Amazon Prime. This phone under $800 is absolutely insane. You have an amazing display on this phone. Like I said, you've got that really thin design. You have to know that you don't need a telephoto camera. This phone takes pretty good photos up to 10 megapixels, but of course it does not have the telephoto. Other than that, for $780 for this compared to $2,000 with the new Fold, I don't know. The Fold is cool, but the Edge is cool too. That is a lot of money, and it's very hard to recommend that product right now. Obviously these sales won't last, but it's something that I definitely wanted to talk about. And then when you jump back to the normal phones, right? You don't have the hardware durability concerns you may have with a stupid thin folding phone. So I have not had my hands on the new Galaxy Fold yet, but I anticipate it's a folding phone, so the durability is lacking there, and they made it way thinner. So when you look at the Galaxy S25 Ultra, yes, it is a thicker phone, but this phone is built like a tank. And honestly, for what it's worth, this phone is not very thick. Really. Whenever I hold this and use this, yes, I can tell a big difference between the S25 Edge, but it's not crazy. And this one actually is still very thin. Now, it does get a little bit heavier whenever you wear cases and things like that. Overall, this one is not crazy thick or anything, and it will feel about the same in your pocket as the new Fold will. Now, I will mention it is very cool that Samsung was able to do this with a new Fold phone. They still kept the 4400 milliamp hour battery, and I think that that's awesome. Yeah, I just keep jumping back to the price. I can typically find this phone for right around $1,000 all day long. And like I said, it's even better with that Amazon Prime deal. And I just don't see why I would pay an additional $1,000 for the Fold features. But that's just me. And then one of the other enhancements with this phone is that this still has better cameras. Now, the new Fold, yes, they did introduce the main lens is, I think, the exact same lens on the new Fold as it is on here on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, but the ultra wide and telephoto are still 10 and 12 megapixels. So if you still want the best camera on the market, go ahead and pick this up for half the price. I'll leave a link down below for you to check out the Prime deals on both of these phones. Like I said, I was very surprised when I saw them. And the cameras are so good on this Ultra, not necessarily just photos, but also videos, that it's very hard for me to use another Android phone that doesn't have that zoom capability. That is that high megapixel and high sharpness. So I do like that with the Ultra as well. And they also announced that the new Edge would come with Android 16 out of the box. But same thing with the Ultra and the Edge. They currently have betas that are running Android 16. So I expect those updates to come very soon on these two devices as well. And I haven't heard it or seen it yet personally, but I think that the haptics and the sound quality will probably also be better on the Ultra. The Ultra for me is the best sounding phone I have ever used, period. And it's not even close. I'm very excited to see how the Fold sounds, but with it being a phone that is a lot thinner and folds, I don't expect the speakers to outdo this one. You still get 12 gigs of RAM, the Snapdragon Samsung Elite processor, and you still start at 256 gigs of storage. So once again, you're not sacrificing in performance either by picking up this Ultra. And then you have to look at the battery. So this has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and it's already not the greatest battery in the world, but I imagine a Fold that has an outer screen and a large internal screen and having only a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, I expect that battery to not last as long as it does on the Ultra either. And then last but not least, they removed the S Pen support on the new Galaxy Fold. Now this is disappointing overall to me because not only did they limit features on the Galaxy S25 Ultra when it comes to the S Pen, but now they have entirely removed it from the new Fold device. And it's got me thinking, like, I'm excited to see what the Galaxy S26 Ultra brings, but I'm also concerned that they may remove more features with the S Pen on this phone, or they may remove it entirely for the sake of thinness or for the sake of battery. I hope that doesn't happen, but we will wait and see. But yeah, that's another benefit. Like if you want a Samsung phone that still has the S Pen, there's a possibility that this may be the last one. So I think that that's another good reason why picking up this Galaxy S25 Ultra is my recommendation as well, even when it comes to the Fold. So yeah, I don't know, man. Let me know what you all think in the comments. I'm just thinking like additional 1,000, or it's like $1,100 more expensive to buy a new Fold. Now, I'm sure they will have excellent trade-in deals and they will have other goodies that they can provide to you for buying that phone brand new. But I feel like the S25 Ultra is the best phone of the year. And although it's not as cool or as fancy as having a Fold to pull out in front of your friends, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is an amazing phone. And I wanted to bring the Edge into this video because the deals you can find on this right now are shocking. Like we all know that this phone wasn't worth really $1,100. So picking this up under 800 is great. So I'll leave a link down below for you all to check those out. Let me know what you all think about the new Galaxy Fold devices. Let me know what you all think long-term wise about the Ultra especially. And if you have any thoughts about the Edge, let me know what you all think about this as well. I will say I am very excited for the future of Samsung. Brought this up in my last video, but I'm excited to see what they do design-wise with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Now that the Edge has been out and the new Fold is out, they both had these new dramatic designs. I'm excited to see where they go next. If you watched all the way through this video, leave a comment down below with an emoji of a potato, just so I know who watches my videos all the way through. And I appreciate you all for stopping by. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.